What up, my people? Welcome back to the channel PHV1879. Oh, just want to make sure this mic is nicely. Yes, it is. You see, this YouTube thing is difficult because, need to make sure it's working, and they were good. This bike, the ownership of it, I mean, can't complain about it. Literally cannot complain about it at all. It's 2015 R1, so it's one of the first ones that came out of the new gen. Oh, my phone's in the way. And just listen to the way she starts up. Craziness, I'm telling you now. Any kind of traffic I want to get between, easy. So the ownership of the bike, I bought it with 6,500 miles on the clock. It has got currently 7,433 miles. I've put on nearly 1,000 miles when I'm actually been riding in winter. And the reason for that is, guys, I haven't videoed it, but geez, I had to concentrate. I couldn't talk. Like, it was impossible for me to comprehend the actual difference of the riding position slash the power as well of this bike compared to the Harley. It's so much more different. And I mean, just look at this. You ready for this? 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 I'm still getting used to doing that. To get that, yeah, you know what I mean though, yeah? It is honestly such a different experience compared to the Harley. And we got police. Brilliant. So, I mean, it's the last time I was recording, yeah, I got pulled over. So, yeah, let's not get pulled over today, shall we? Let us not get pulled over today. So I'm going to take a little route down some slow roads, talk to you guys about the ownership. Now, first of all, yeah, the power was completely different. Even the throttle response is it's lightning compared to the Harley. There's a lot more play in the actual throttle response compared to the Harley. Whereas this thing, it's like millimeters, and the difference in power instantly is insane. Like how responsive it is crazy. That's the first thing when I got on the bike that was weird riding it. I mean, before I even started riding it, it's feeling the position underneath me. Sat down on the actual bike with my hands forward, I thought I'm gonna hate this. Now luckily I've lost a lot of weight in the last year due to running. You ain't gonna hear about that, but I've lost 10 kilos. And the only reason I bought the bike is because my body's so much more flexible as well. So that means my hands don't hurt, my shoulders don't hurt, and I can easily sit on this bike for a long period of time and move around easily, even turn my head around for you guys, looking behind and back. Before I lost all the weight, I couldn't do that. I literally couldn't do that. And if I was in that stage, I would not have bought this bike because it is so damn uncomfortable. So sitting on the bike is one thing too. The next thing is the brakes. The brakes are nice and sharp. I mean, the Brembos as well. The bike's been serviced by Yamaha from its birth. It has been serviced fully by Yamaha. I've got to get in for service this year. Give it an oil change, a bit more coolant as well. The coolant looks like it's getting low. Maybe change the brakes as well. I've already changed the rear tire, and I've got to change the front tire as well. And I mean, I've got to do that. Oh, and a sprocket change is going to happen in about 500 miles too. A sprocket and chain change as well. Okay, no, I can't say that again. So I've got to do that maintenance, and the maintenance alone for it. It is a high performance motorcycle, and depending on the way you ride it, which is only one way you're really going to ride it, you've got to maintain this thing. And I have to maintain it because it's had full maintenance for the past 9 years with Yamaha. Oh, she sounds good. She sounds good. So that's the one reason why I bought the bike. It's got the full service history with it every single year. It's got all the bits on it, which I will talk you through it too. It is the perfect bike to buy used that you can see a trail from it, and I don't want to fuck that up by not taking it to Yamaha and taking somewhere else to do it myself. I am not doing that. I'm going to buy the parts, take it for service, get the oil change, get the coolant added extra into it, change the sprocket and the chain. I've already changed the tire, and that will be all done by Yamaha. I am not touching this bike myself whatsoever, unless I have to replace a couple of panels for some reason. I'm not doing it, as in bodywork panels. But it is sold to me as it was sold to the previous owner and sold from the first owner, exactly how the first owner has done this bike. And wowzers, he has done one hell of a job. It's got a full racing exhaust on it too by Austin Racing, Bad Boy Decad Full Race GP. These things go for about £2,000, £2,500, and it sounds ridiculous. Everyone says to me on the side, give me a rev. When I do that, their ears are like, oh my gosh, it is loud. Now back to the ownership of the bike. Me understanding how this bike moves, I was damn scared how fast this thing is. I've got all the electronics turned off. It's on power 1, traction control on 1, which is off, I think. SES 1, which I think is off. It doesn't give me the option to turn it off. So everything is turned off except the what you call it, the Bad Boy gear change up. It is the, oh, you see how much I know these bikes. I'm learning thick and fast. The quick shifter, sorry, without using the clutch. So look, no clutch, bang. But it only goes up, I can't go down. And I thought about getting the one to go down and up as well, but then I lose the tune on here. So I need to kind of talk to Yamaha and see if I do that. I want to have the up and down tune, basically. The up and down blipper, that's it called the clutch, because I have to use the clutch every time I change down a gear. I don't want to do that in the future, but I need to see Yamaha and actually see if they can keep the tune on this bike without, because they have to retune the bike for the new blipper. And that's another thing as well. The blipper has got me basically used to being lazy. So in the V-Rod, I'm like, oh man, I miss the blipper on the V-Rod. So yeah, it is. It's pretty crazy. This bike, it's 9 years old. It's got all that tech on it. Basically, it's insane. So having all that tech for 9 years old, I mean, it's madness. What is this guy doing? Come on, bruv. I mean, that's what the bike's there for. It's for that moment. I mean, it's naughty though, you get what I mean? It's bad, it's actually bad. I've actually got this bike up for sale currently at $12,995. It's very naughty, this bike. It's very, very naughty. Yeah, it just, compared to the Harley, yeah, this thing makes me want to do things. Now, I bought this bike because literally I was like, I want one. I want to see what it's like. Get out of my systems, you know what I mean? Get out of my system and be like, yeah, get it done and see what's about. And also, I'm taking a load of videos for you guys about this too. So one purpose I want to see about you YouTubers, YouTubers as in you YouTube viewers. Let's go. I could have gone higher. I'm still getting used to it, guys. I will get it right and hold it. I'm being patient with the bike. And that's what I've been doing constantly for the last 800 miles, is being patient, or 900 miles, being patient with the bike. And I get it when people say to you, you buy one, you're gonna kill yourself. And I kid you not, if you buy one, you have to fucking respect this thing, because if you don't, it will bite your ass like a shark. I am not even joking you. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but damn, this thing will literally take you apart if you don't respect it. And that's one thing I've done, is respected it. I've learned it. I'm around it. I ain't the best at it. I'm nowhere near anyone that's trying to challenge anyone. I don't need to do that. I don't want to do that. That's not the sole purpose of me owning the bike. This is my bike, and the main thing is that if I tow this bike, that is my money gone. You get me? And I ain't doing that. And I don't want to tow this bike because it's so damn good. So yeah, getting used to the whole bike here's the one thing. Looks wise, or even the name of the bike as the R1. Why I bought this bike? Well, my boy and I from college days, when I used to work with him too, my man not Michael, he knows who he is if he's watching this video. We always love talking. The bike we'll own is the R1. The R1 is the one. And we used to always say to each other, R1! Like, it was such a deep kind of bike to have. And that's why I bought this bike. Because I've always related myself to thinking about a sports bike to the R1. The way it sounds too with the crossplane engine is another way, because it sounds insane. It sounds totally different to any other bike out there apart from the either Ducati or the Aprilias. They sound different compared to other bikes too. They have their own tone, whereas this bike as well has got its own tone. And for the price it is, and for the tech it has, I mean, yeah, it is definitely the sports bike to have. So that's why I chose the R1. I always loved the R1. It was my kind of bike, and I saw it, and really, when I heard it, my boy Alec, who sold me this bike, I was like, wow, how can I say no to this bike? So that was the main reason I bought the bike. And obviously it's quite popular on YouTube channels too. Everyone seems to have them. So I wanted to feel what it's about really for myself and do the content for you guys. So that's the reason why I bought the R1 really. I wouldn't have bought a stock one obviously, but this one was the perfect ideal one. And the next thing I want to move on to is let's talk money. Let's talk money. Let's talk money. Money about the actual bike. This bike cost me £12,500. Boom. That's not a bad price, I think, if you think it's a lot of money. And I'll explain that to you after I choose to talk to you about the mods. I mean, listen to that. It's ridiculous, bruv. Oh my gosh. And I don't give a damn about anyone else. If they're looking at me, if they're not looking at me. This bike is solely to make you go squirmish and to enjoy yourself. Because it literally keeps you occupied at all times. Whether you're riding at slow pace or at fast pace. At fast pace, I'll tell you right now, this thing absolutely sounds insane. So 12.5 grand. That's a fairly hefty price for a bike, I'm not gonna lie. I did it in a way to save me some money. I didn't finance it. This is my bike. I'm paying it off. Not on finance, but on let's say a credit card. Yeah, but I'm not paying a finance deal of 5 years or 4 years. I'm paying it in 2.5 years, and it was the best way to do it, because after 2.5 years, if I keep the bike, I'll own the bike, which therefore means I've got equity in the bike too. And with these bikes being discontinued, it makes a whole lot of sense. So yeah, that is the main reason why I bought this bike. It has all that in to play. Insurance purposes, this to insure is less than my Harley. And actually I pay less than 600 £600 for both bikes a year. That's alright, you know, that's alright for 2 bits of equipment that you actually enjoy. It's alright. I don't live in London. If I lived in London, it'd be a bit more pricier, so I don't live in London. And that's fully comp. Insures the bike for 12.5 grand for what I bought it. So if I do total this motherfucker, then I can pay for it back into my account, and it's decent. Get me. Oh, she sounds so good. Talk to him, Raven. Bye. My girl. Insane. Hey. I don't think he recognizes me. He goes to my gym. He goes to my gym, so yeah, he was like, hello, who the fuck are you? I'll see him in the gym and talk to him. Steady there, boy. So yeah, another reason for insurance purposes. Have I had any... I'll talk about likes about the bike, shall I? Likes about the bike. So obviously it is a nice position for me, my height. I'm comfortable, my feet are nicely planted down there and down there. I feel really agile on the bike, easily movable. I can't complain. I mean, it does get uncomfortable if I'm on it for a while. I went to London last week with the boys on the V-Rods. I went from my house to Essex. Wow. My house to Essex. That was from 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. I was out, and I got home at 6 p.m. So it was a lengthy amount of riding last weekend. So it was a lengthy amount of riding, and yeah, it was interesting. It was I felt fine. I felt absolutely fine. I couldn't believe I actually lasted that long. All the boys kept asking me, "Are you alright? Are you alright?" I was like, "I'm good." Is that an R1? Nah, can't be. That's just the back of the Mercedes. I thought it was an R1. So yeah, it was interesting riding the bike for that long. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I think riding with a different bunch of guys on sports bikes will be way different for sure. The next thing really to talk about, let's think about it. The best thing about this bike is how it moves. I mean, look at that. Yeah, I just feel comfortable now. And the one thing about me doing this bike is shifting my body from side to side, really. It helps. Gets me to the corner. That doesn't help. Oh, baby. I mean, that's the main reason why I like the bike. Madness. Is that a bike behind me? That is a bike behind me. Oh dear gosh. Oh, it's a fucking Beamer. Damn, son. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I don't know where he's going. I'm going straight. He's not really that interested in me at all. He ain't giving the nod, nothing. That's a good looking bike. I actually thought I get one of them bad boys as well. That's a 15 plate too. Very nice looking bike with Sholsey. Let's see what we got. Ah, he's not going the way I'm going. Laters, brother. Oh my god! Oh, second gear's a better gear actually to get the wheel up. I like that bike! Come on! She sounds so good, man. I can't explain to you how good this thing sounds. So, yeah, I mean, what more can I say? What a bad little girl this thing is. What a bad little girl this thing is. My girl Raven. My girl. Woo, boy. Woo, boy. Go on. Okay. That's naughty from my perspective. It's my fault. But you know, it's how we do. I just cannot explain to you how this thing sounds underneath me. And how it sounds in the D-run and everything. I cannot explain to you. I literally can't explain to you what it sounds like. Let's go. difficult to feel when the power's right to get the front wheel up, because I'm not using clutch or anything. I'm just using power. So yeah, that's the main reason why I bought the bike. Now the bad things about owning the bike, really, it's made for one thing only, and that is this. The main reason that is bad about this bike. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that ain't so bad. That's fun. Yeah, if you don't want to lose your license, it's fun. Do you know what I mean? If you don't want, this is the one thing about this bike. It's fucking naughty. It will make you do stupid things, and I ain't denying it. It makes me do stupid motherfucking things. You get me? Like, you have no idea what this does to me. You have no idea! No idea! It makes you do silly, silly, silly things. And that is the big problem of this bike I face. It just makes you want to get on it. Makes you want to get on it. Oh my word, that was a serious backfire right there. And yeah, you see what I mean? Oh my gosh! What? Oh, kill me. Oh, fuck me. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. It is insane. I was like, do you know what, yeah? I was the naive person to think to myself, let me just chill. I was the naive person to think to myself, he's not going to be that fast. He ain't going to be that fast to my Harley. He'll be a bit fast to my Harley. I've seen my boy on his Ninja doing his thing, next to me. I kept up with him. When I jumped on his bike, I was like, wow. Like, wow. And I was literally like that. I was like, I just don't know. I just don't know what to comprehend. You get me? Like, I was like, what the actual hell? How is this even possible? This thing can move that fast. Like, I swear to you, I'm talking in smart terms here, so bear with me, right? I'm talking from, like 10 miles an hour, but, from 1 mile an hour to 14 miles an hour. You with me? It is ridiculous. You cannot say to me, if you own a bike like this, you cannot say to me you don't hit that speed, like 14 miles an hour. You know what I mean? 14 miles an hour is pretty slow, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So like, you cannot explain to me that you just hit that kind of speed. You don't hit that speed, because it is so damn easy to hit that speed. Like, I could not understand when I first jumped on the bike. I did 13 miles an hour without even trying, going up the gears into third, fourth gear, and that's in third, fourth gear. This bike does alone in first gear, it hits those figures. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's madness. It's absolutely madness. And that, to me, I was like so naive as a motorcycle owner on a Harley to think, yeah, it ain't that fast. You trust me, this thing is ridiculously fast. It is insanely fast. And yeah, it may not be fast as some supercars, whatever, to this day, with the electronics and their little, launch controls or whatever. But if you're a proper petrol head, I'm sorry, you drive a Golf GTI or a or a Golf R1 or a fucking McLaren not P1, a Senna, or you know, all those cars with launch controls, they literally just put your foot down on the throttle and you just power and it changes gear for you. I'm sorry, you don't compare to understand how you drive or ride a bike. I mean, this bike alone, it's not got all the it's not got all the electronics turned off. Therefore, I still have a bit of, let's say, mothering from the bike. It's actually, I think, telling me I'm looking after you in a way. It ain't got the full capacity of everything turned off. Now, if you buy an older bike with no electronics, just literally a twist and go of a 1000cc R1, then you literally have to think about it ahead of yourself. You cannot just turn or twist the wheel, twist the throttle and think, yeah, be fine. I mean, on this bike right now, I can't do that either because the wheel will lift up and it will shaft me. That will happen. It will. But if you get an actual older version, or let's say you have all the electronics turned off, then jeez, you need to be careful. The older bikes don't have ABS. This thing has ABS. And trust me, I love ABS. You get me? So if you are jumping on a bike and you got everything turned up, let's say the wheelie control, whatever, and you think you ride, nah, you don't ride. I don't think I'm a big rider myself. I think I can handle the bike in a way of my own ability, and yeah, I could probably push that a bit more, but I don't need to. I don't need to for anyone else apart from my own joy. Do you understand? It's for me personally, my own joy. I ain't got nothing to prove to anyone. I bought this bike for myself to enjoy and to experience, to use for purposes. And if I get to a point where I'm with a bunch of guys and they are literally like, yeah, crazy, yeah, you can be crazy. You're bad man for that. You are the guy or the girl. If I can't keep up, I am not trying to keep up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that is that's the reason why I bought the bike, really. And I keep saying that. I know it's probably a shit video to you guys right now, but yeah, I'm trying to emotionally show to you guys what this bike actually means to me, and it has done a lot of learning. And also, put it this way, the one thing as well for me is, if I ride the Harley again, I'm gonna chill on that thing. I may be a bit naughty or whatever, but I'm literally gonna chill on it, because I know for a fact there's faster things out there, and really I don't need to prove anything to anyone about how fast that bike is, because I'm literally like, yeah, I know how those bikes are, how fast they are. I'm just gonna chill and do my thing. But honestly, did I make a mistake buying this bike? Because I've got two bikes. Do you think that? Fuck no. I didn't make one fucking mistake at all by buying a second bike. There's two reasons. One reason is a big reason. My Harley's off the road. It's fucking dumb, I swear. But the second reason really is because I can experience both bikes. I wanted to experience it. I wanted to see what this thing can do. What engineering has been developed on this bike. And I tell you right now, no matter what bike it is, no matter which one it is, they're all fast. But this one, because I've ridden it, oh my gosh, I now understand what all the other bikes are like, or to a point. Yeah, some bikes might be faster. It all depends on weight as well, and the person that's riding the bike too, because that makes a big difference. So you could have probably a faster bike that's been proven on YouTube that's racing against my bike, and I'll probably beat him because maybe I'm lighter. It's that much of a difference, really. And yeah, like, I just love the R1, how it sounds. Obviously the look of this bike is insane. The look, the mods on it, the sound of it, the extras on it. This is the first bike, I think, to come up with the display it has on there, the digital display. And yeah, I love it. I haven't tried the launch control on this at all yet, but one day I will do so, and we'll see what one. You get what I mean? Yeah, it is. I have nothing bad to say about the bike, apart from the fact it's too damn fucking fast, and it always is egging me on. Like, it's egging me on right now. It's saying to me, oh, hello, baby, tickle me a little bit, baby, tickle me, go on, tickle me. Why are you not tickling me? That's what it's doing to me. It's saying to me, fucking let me go. Give me my motherfucking orgasm, because it is saying to me, hit that spot, hit that G spot, and I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah. What a bike. What a bike. I'm now thinking about what else to talk about, really. Handle-wise, I can't really say much about the bike, really, handle-wise. I mean, compared to the Harley, it is so much more easy maneuverable. I can go around corners and I can see the corner, and I'm not going fast, obviously, at all. But on the Harley, if I was in that speed, oh, different gravy. Yeah. And I bought the bike as well because most of my boys around here ride sports bikes too. So I'm tired of trying to keep up with them on my Harley, and I got this bike now to keep up with them. I haven't been out on a ride with them yet. It's the first glorious warm day compared to last week, which is a nice dry day. Today's really warm. So I haven't been out with the boys yet. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You get me? Right. Let me pull over and see where we can talk about the looks about the bike. One more wheelie, shall we? Yeah! That was sick. That was sick, you know. That was sick. Second gear is the better gear, more controllable. First gear is, it comes up fast. It's holding it. That's the tune of this bike as well. So when I let go of the throttle, watch my hand. There's a little bit of play in it, where you pull the throttle there and back, and that's how you get the pops and bangs. Now when I let go of the throttle there, there's nothing. So on the D run, you don't get that constant crackle and bang, which I really like, because if it was doing that constantly, it'd be a nightmare. It would annoy the shit out of me. And really, it's there with both yin and yang. It can be an absolute weapon, but then also it can be an absolute naughty party piece too. And the flames it pops, what I showed you guys in the previous videos. Oh, unreal, absolutely unreal. So yeah, I'm lost for words, guys. I'm lost for words how amazing it has completely like broadened my eyes, like made me have such a big perspective and respect for fast bikes, that actually they are goddamn fast. They are so fast, so fast. And that to me is probably the biggest thing this bike has given me, is a view on what these things can do, and also what the guys do on the circuit as well for the MotoGP. It's madness, absolutely madness. Right, let's find a spot, shall we? Let's find a spot. I'll take you there. Right, so I had to move. I have to go and do something, unfortunately, pick up a little girl. So I couldn't really do a talk. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do a talk when I get back later about the bike and its mods. And yeah, I'll do that later with you guys, but I'll keep quiet for you guys to just enjoy the noise, enjoy the ride. Sounds so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, the clutch as well, actually. The clutch control of the bike itself compared to the Harley. It's so hard off the line to just like feather it and actually like be patient with it. Just sounds so good. Bikers enjoying a bit of the sunshine. I'm just trying to feel with my ass off the left hand side, right hand side, what it's like. I'm not pushing it, but I'm feeling the bike underneath me. So much of a different experience to everything else. Crazy, absolutely crazy, this thing. What a machine. Like I said, respecting this bike has to happen. Not respecting the bike, it'll take my life apart. It literally will take me apart.